centers to Snell, out to Dame. 4-3. Got it.
It's about Dame time. After persistent trade rumors that have lingered for months, Damian Lillard has requested to leave the Trailblazers. A trade of the Portland superstar will be a major shakeup in the NBA landscape. Lillard has been among the most important players in Trailblazer history. The point guard has been a 7-time All-Star and was pivotal in leading Portland to 7 straight playoff appearances, the second longest run in team history. However, Portland was never able to make it past the Western Conference Finals, which they reached just once. Lillard is certain to draw plenty of trade interest, with several high-profile contenders likely topping the list of teams that will be interested in acquiring the star scorer. It should come as no surprise that Lillard's trade request has rocked the NBA world, with fans expressing optimism that the next stop in Lillard's career is their favorite team, while others are just shocked to see the likely end of his 11-year run in Portland. Stephen A. Smith has been very vocal in his campaign to get Damian Lillard out of Portland. For years now, both on television and behind closed doors, he has been pushing to get the All-Star guard to a new situation. And today, after 11 years as a Trailblazer, it finally happened. While a trade has yet to be finalized, it's only a matter of time before Dame is on a new team. And Stephen A. Smith couldn't be happier about how it's all playing out.
I'm so proud. I'm very, very proud of him. I've been arguing with this guy for about 6 years to get the hell up out of Portland, to demand to be traded out of Portland. They want a fast track to nowhere. I understand they're accumulating young talent. I'm not trying to throw any shade on the organization whatsoever. I understand what they're capable of, but at this particular moment in time, they just don't have the talent to be considered a championship contender. And when you are Damian Lillard, one of the greatest guards we have ever seen in this game, who's a sniper extraordinaire, the likes of which we haven't seen in quite some time outside of Steph Curry, from that position, I don't think you can ignore what level of significance he can bring to the equation. As far as I'm concerned, he should have been done this. He's wasted years, last few years in Portland, as far as I'm concerned. I'm proud of him for finally asking out, because that shows that he's prioritizing being in a winning situation as opposed to being comfortable in Portland. Now, if you're the Miami Heat, you make sure to go out and get him. So Jimmy Butler can be your number 2 option, Damian Lillard can be your number 1 option, and you can have an opportunity to get back to the NBA Finals. To me, that's what this is all about. I think that's why Gabe Vincent ended up signing with the Los Angeles Lakers. I think that the stage is set for Damian Lillard to end up in Miami. At least I hope that's the case.
Smith has never been one to mince his words, and this statement is no exception. Despite the loyalty Dame has shown throughout his career, it hasn't resulted in anything of significance on the basketball court. Individually, Lillard's achievements speak for themselves, but as a team, the Blazers have failed him in almost every step along the way, and now he's got the chance to finally change that. However, NBA analyst Rick Bucher believes that move could be risky, as there would be no more room for excuses or margin for error for the remainder of his career. Bucher cites Charles Barkley and James Harden's careers as examples, as he believes NBA fans tend to look at them differently for leaving their teams to pursue a championship and still failing to deliver.
There is risk. There is risk, obviously, because we don't know what's going to happen if he goes someplace and he has an opportunity to play for a championship. Can he deliver that championship? If he's on a team like the Miami Heat, see how I went there first?
I'm listening.
Miami Heat or the Milwaukee Bucks or the Philadelphia 76ers, and they get there and they're looking to him to close the deal and he doesn't, then that's going to erase that question that we had. Like, he hasn't been able to win it in Portland, right? Or hasn't been able to compete for it in Portland. Yeah. But what if he did? We've always thought Dame time, can hit the big shot. He's the go-to guy.
Like,
right. We're saying it right now. He could be the missing piece for the Miami Heat, right? Mm-hmm. But you got to go and do it. And so there is that risk of erasing that question, but it's worth the risk at this point.
Got it.
Because Portland, what else can he get out of Portland at this point? You can leave it open that maybe he could have, but why not, if you believe that you're capable of going for it, why not go for broke? And besides, there's been plenty of guys, Charles Barkley, Tracy McGrady, Chris Paul, James Harden, they've moved, they've left and gone to another place and haven't gotten it done. And do we demonstrably look at them different than we did prior to when they moved?
Lillard's pressure to win the whole thing with a team like the Heat or Milwaukee Bucks would be higher than ever. and his reputation could take a toll, and a turn he might never be able to recover from. Even so, it would be tough to blame him for wanting to leave, especially considering that's exactly what everybody's been telling him to do for years now. Everybody in the league seems to get a free pass for ring chasing at least once. It's when they do it over and over that it becomes a talking point, as it's been with Harden or even Kevin Durant. But Lillard has earned the right to at least give it a shot and play meaningful games at least once in his career, regardless of how it might stain his reputation or not. Amidst the ongoing trade talks, Colin Cowherd shared his insights into Dame's trade value.
Damian Lillard is not as easy to trade as people think. He has requested a trade from the Blazers. Small, dynamic guards that don't defend, don't truly elevate others, and have a recent injury history and a contract that's pretty ugly at the end of the deal are hard to move.
Known for his bold and often controversial opinions, Colin didn't hold back when discussing Lillard's appeal as a trade target, expressing skepticism and potential challenges for the suitors of the 7-time All-Star. The 6'2" guard possesses an impressive array of offensive skills, but on the other side of the court, he can be a bit lackadaisical. That's why not every organization should want him on the squad. According to the Analyst,
I think he works in Miami, but that's because Bam and Jimmy Butler are excellent defenders. I think he works in Milwaukee. That's because Giannis and Drew Holiday are excellent defenders. But with Dame, he's given up buckets. He's small. And I think the league is finally coming to terms with dynamic guards don't necessarily make others better.
The Miami Heat are one of the top candidates among potential homes for Damian Lillard. The Heat may provide Lillard with an engaging setting to display his talents, while competing for championships, thanks to their strong defensive identity and proven players, who can help mitigate Lillard's weakness on that side of the court. The combination of Lillard's scoring ability and playmaking prowess, alongside defensive stalwarts like Bam Adebayo and Jimmy Butler, could create a formidable trio capable of going all the way. JJ Redick recently broke down Damian Lillard's trade request away from the Portland Trailblazers and discussed what it means for the organization moving forward. The former three-point specialist took to his podcast to dive into Lillard's situation and assess the options moving forward for both the Blazers and the 7-time All-Star.
So now we're in a position where Damian Lillard has requested a trade. And I find this situation so fascinating. I really do. Because on the one hand, Dame has been loyal and Dame has tried his best to be a winner, build a winner, all of that stuff. He's represented the city, the franchise, in an excellent way for a decade plus. So in some sense, you would hope that the Blazers, it's not doing him a favor, but they would do right by Dame and get him to one of his preferred destinations. But the reality is, it's very unlikely that one of his preferred destination provides the best deal. And so you have to act in the interest of the franchise, in the interest of what is best for the franchise.
With the Lillard-Blazers partnership nearing its end, fans around the NBA are certain the two sides will end their run on good terms. However, Redick doesn't think the Blazers will honor Dame's loyalty by trading him to one of his preferred destinations. The front office is by no means obligated to do so, and will likely do what is best for the organization long term. Following the trade request, news quickly broke about Lillard's preferred destination being the Eastern Conference champion Miami Heat, who have reportedly been putting together a trade package together involving rising star Tyler Hero and a combination of expiring salary, rotation pieces, and draft capital. The Brooklyn Nets are another team reportedly in the race for Dame, with a potential trade package centered around role players and draft picks. Despite the intrigue, there are understandably multiple suitors for the superstar point guard, and the Blazers will have the benefit of choosing the most attractive exchange to set up their franchise for long-term success. Whilst the NBA world would love to see Dame finally compete for titles, the reality is he is at the mercy of the Blazers' decision-making from here on out. His overall goal may go unfulfilled if there is an offer from a non-contender that the organization accepts, which would likely put him in a similar situation he's been in with Portland. At 32 years old, the clock is ticking for Dame to capture the Larry O'Brien Trophy. He's only got so much time left before his best years are over, and he wasted many of them on bad Portland teams. So whether he's in Philly, Miami, or the San Antonio Spurs, Damian Lillard is done wasting his time, and he's ready to go out and play for the title. In 11 years with the Blazers, he never really had a shot, but playing alongside a franchise with win-now veterans could bring him the playoff moment that changed his career. Hope you enjoyed the video, guys. What do you think about this trade? Where will Lillard end up? Let me know what you think in the comments below. And don't forget to like the video and subscribe to our channel for more amazing NBA content.